A sea landscape. A gilded pipe, it runs from the room at the end of the corridor to the room upstairs. It is locked. A bread oven. Various ingredients. Glass jars filled with spices and pickled food. The door is locked shut. A small sign reads basement. A cast iron wood stove. I don't want to talk to her yet. Door tries the door. Yeah, it's locked. Porcelain jar containing some dried branches. The front of the house. A fierce lion damaged by the harsh weather of the coast. A fierce lion. Its head's missing. There is a strange ornament on the wall. I think I can move it. A thick layer of ice covers the pool of water. This oak tree looks ancient, probably older than the manor itself. Hello? You're here. The central statue portrays a cloaked figure holding a clay vessel. The vessel has a small hole in it, just large enough to see a metal object hidden inside. And so how do I get that object? Peasant woman with her face hidden by a mask. The queen has removed her mask. There is an empty hole where her face should be. The statue portrays a clergyman hiding his face behind a mask. This statue portrays a sage hiding his face behind a mask. When the four remove their masks of lie, the path to the grave will be cleared. So there's got to be... Oh, let me check something about that tree. A stiff tree almost seems like a statue itself. That then. Let's try going in the house. Now that I've changed it over to castle instead of portal or whatever the hell it is. An antique ceiling lamp. Professor Wright has an eclectic collection, from old adventure novels to trees on the occult sciences. Some of these titles, I believe, have been forbidden by the crown. The fire burns fiercely, rendering the air thick and heavy in the room. painting of cliffs of this region. A tin soldier looks to have been painted by hand. It commemorates some military campaign that I've never heard of. A globe. The surface is extraordinarily detailed. Judging by the strange shape of the continents, this must derive from a fictional work or perhaps prehistoric era. Whoops. Oh shit. Sure there's some kind of combination that I'm supposed to know. Ah, the door. It's locked! I can hear a racket of many birds on the other side. Birds? That's one dead parrot! Hey. Yeah. Racket. Yeah, I know. Phone is dying. Still locked. Still locked. Well, I guess I'm talking to the lady then. No, wait. This way. May I ask you something, Mrs. Oakwood? Of course, Doctor. How did the professor become afflicted?
The ailment runs in his family. Mr. Wright suffers from it, as did his father and grandmother before him. It's truly a terrible thing, to think All these years, Mr. Wright knew what would become of him. May God have pity on his poor soul.
What are the symptoms?
Well, I can't speak these very long words physicians use, but I can tell you what I see in him. Professor Wright hardly remembers a thing from the last 40 years. It is like he is a child again. With God's mercy, he has now gone so far that it torments him no longer.
Thank you. What am I missing? What am I missing? Imposing, inquisitive figure. Church apparently abandoned. Alright, there's gotta be. No, go back. Oh, shit. Could it hold some special significance to Professor Wright? Perhaps it will help stimulate his memories. Of course. I should know by now. You click once to find out what it is and see if you could click it a second time. Do you recognize this, Professor Wright? Sergeant Dowling was sent to the front. The man that returned was not Sergeant Dowling. My dearest visitor, he will know where to look. Oh, what a time we will have. Your visitor? What do you mean, Professor? He will have seen the map, and he will know the book of travels. The book of travels? Yes, yes, he will work it out, but it must not be too easy, no. But he will find the prize, I am sure. Prize? What on earth is he talking about, Hoffman? Something concealed, something precious in his adult state. Could he have hidden away parts of his research? He was always a proud man. He would not easily have forgotten his most groundbreaking work. A sense of its grave importance at least would have remained. In his confusion, perhaps, he has holed it away somewhere in this dearest visitor of his to find. Why don't you explore the manor? Perhaps something will relate to these latest ramblings. Meanwhile, I will continue my endeavors to revive his memory through conversation. Alright, I'm assuming that this book of travels is going to be right back where I was. That had the 10 soldier. Into the studio! Oh, excuse me. Alright, so. Books. There's a large volume here, quite worn. It is an illustrated edition of the Travels of Marco Polo. Perhaps this is the book of travels the Professor Wright mentioned? There's a mark on one of the pages. We began our journey by crossing the unforgiving desert, always facing the setting sun. At last we arrived at the merciful sight of the great ocean. We followed the coast north in dear hope of reaching our home soon. It was not to be. The king of the land we traversed had declared war on the great Khan, so we were forced to return as we had come. We never set foot in that bloody land again. We knew there was a port just a few miles to the south where we could find a boat. Our sea voyage was short, as our sails billowed with the powerful southern winds. We reached the most eastern cape and landed there. Our backs to the sea we marched forth and soon reached home. All right.